Hello and welcome back to the channel. First of all, I want to say thank you for 100 subscribers. It means a lot. I do have another channel. I've been doing YouTube for a while, and that channel took me so long to get my first 100. So the fact that I got 100 subscribers in the first 4 or 5 videos, that's amazing. But today, as you can see in the title, I'm doing a huge unboxing video, huge try on. I got 5 colognes right here. They just came in the mail yesterday. Not gonna lie, I already smelled a few because I couldn't wait. I was dying from excitement to open some of these, but still, we got 5 brand new colognes. I'm gonna spray it on, review it, first impressions, see what I think, and hopefully I can put you guys on with the best one in this collection. So first up, we got Yves Saint Laurent Eau de Parfum. This is the alternative to Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, the big top 3 blue fragrances, and this is the only one that I haven't smelled yet. I do have a bottle of Bleu de Chanel. I have a sample of Dior Sauvage. Right now I'm team Bleu de Chanel, but let's see if Y EDP can outbeat, outclass, out blue shine the classic Bleu de Chanel. Let's try it on. From first impressions, I do smell a little bit of aquatic notes. I do smell a lot of alcohol. That's what I've noticed when you first spray on a fragrance. You get a lot of that alcohol. Yeah, I get a little bit of fruitiness. I don't get as much citrusy lemon as I do in a Bleu de Chanel. I don't get as much ambroxan as I get on a Dior Sauvage. It's a mixture of both, honestly. Not too sweet, not too chemically. It smells sporty. I feel like I can wear this in the gym. I do get the versatility, but with that versatility comes not so original, a little bit boring for some people if you're not a fan of blue fragrances. If you already have Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, I don't see a point in really getting this one. It's like you either get one and you stick with it, or if you're a dumb fragrance reviewer like me who wastes their money on cologne, then get all 3 and see which one's the best one. I can't say if this is better than Bleu de Chanel yet, because like I said, first impressions are not really accurate. So I'm gonna have to wear this one a few times to the gym to see how it performs and to see how it changes throughout the day. Next up, this is the one that I was the second most excited about. The first one you'll see in just a minute. This one I've been waiting for a long time. It's Prada L'Homme, the classic Jeremy fragrance. Prada L'Homme, power. This is power right here. This is power. I mean, first of all, the brand alone is really prestigious. This is Prada right here, and I've been seeing this being recommended by every fragrance YouTuber. It's in people's For Life list. It's in everyone's top 10 list. This is one of my, it has been on my to buy list for a long time, but it's pretty expensive and it's not really a safe buy. So I didn't know whether I should get it or not, but I decided to get the small bottle 1.7. Can't go wrong with that. Let's see how it smells. Bro, my room's gonna smell so good after this video, I swear. I did spray this on yesterday on skin. This was one of the ones I couldn't wait for, and I did the first sniff, like I said, full of alcohol, but throughout the day I started to smell the iris. It reminded me of Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mel Le Parfum, just because of that iris note. And for people who don't know what iris smells like, it smells like makeup-y, powdery. It doesn't have a strong offending smell. It just smells classy, unique, and versatile. I think this is not as good as Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mel Le Parfum, but I can see why this was so hyped. It smells so good on my one spray that I sprayed on my wrist. I kept going for second sniffs. That's how good it was, and honestly I can't wait to wear it for any occasion. Another versatile, these two are really good versatile colognes, and I'm glad I added them to my collection, because sometimes I do struggle to pick up a cologne to decide. Sometimes I don't want to wear something too strong, a spice bomb, and arrows. So everyone needs a versatile cologne, and these two are pretty good options. Very different. This is more sporty, aquatic, fresh. This is more, like I said, powdery, iris, classy, office type scent. This is for the gym, this is for the office, for school, whatever you want. I am saving the best one for last, the one I was most excited for. This next one is Dolce&Gabanna, the EDP. I wasn't too excited to get this one just because I already own a sample, and the bottle of course did not disappoint. This bottle looks beautiful. I like the color. The color represents exactly what it is made for. It is warm and close to the skin, dark, This one is not going to project as well. It's not going to perform as well. This is meant for the date night close encounters. When you have a girl over, you spray Dolce&Gabanna The One. So I had to get it for that very reason. Let's do a little spray right here. Yeah, this one, I have been in love with it for almost 2 years, but I never really picked up a bottle because I had my samples, right? So I didn't need one. But finally decided to pick it up. I can't wait for next winter to use this one, or late date nights, you know, when I take my girl out to eat. This is the one that I'm aware. Again, this is a staple in the fragrance community. You need it in your collection. If you go on dates, if you talk to girls, you need arrows, you need the one. You need arrows and you need Dolce&Gabanna The One. I was missing the one, so I had to get it. Next up, we got Versace Pour Homme. This one, I got it because I do need another summer fragrance. I want to try another Versace. Don't really fuck with Versace Dylan Blue. I love Versace Arrows Flame. It's alright. So of course I had to try out one of the most hyped summer fragrances, Versace Pour Homme. Just by looking at the color, you can see what it's made for. It looks like water. It's baby blue. Let's spray it on, see how well it performs. Just off that first spray, I do get a lot of lemon. I don't know if lemon is a note, but I get something lemon, maybe lime, maybe bergamot. I don't know how to tell the difference. Something citrusy, that's the point. I did spray it on yesterday right here, and I was not impressed because I took a whiff and I got blasted with alcohol, bro. The alcohol went into my brain. It was that strong. So again, the first spray is gonna be full of alcohol, but I can't wait to take it out on the hot days, summer days, to the gym to see how well it actually is. I'll probably do a full review, or at least better descriptions when I spray these throughout the days and I actually get, you know, the full transformation of the cologne throughout the day. But first impression, it's not bad. Really citrusy, just what you need for the summer. Finally, it's time for the one that I was the most excited for. One of the most hyped spring fragrances right now in the fragrance community. We got Coach Green. Not only did I get this because the bottle looks beautiful. Look at that color. It looks like kiwi, and it does smell like kiwi. This is the main note. This fragrance only has like 6 notes, I think, and one of those is kiwi, the top note, which makes sense because it is a Coach Green. It's a green fragrance, and like I said in my previous video, I know it's weird to describe fragrances as green, red, blue, like Y EDP. It's a blue fragrance. What do you mean? You know, once you smell it, you get it. Usually means it has those type of notes. You know, green fragrances usually have like, I don't know, green apple, mints, all that stuff. This one just has kiwi, but I couldn't wait to get this one, mainly because of the bottle. So let's see how it smells. First off, it is pretty sweet. I definitely get some kiwi, but it definitely reminds me more of some green apple. I don't think green apple is a note, but I get like that green apple, Jolly Rancher type smell. But don't be afraid, it's not that sweet. It's not too sweet. I definitely, trust me, I don't like too sweet fragrances either. This is just right in the middle. It smells a little bit sweeter than Y EDP. And I can't wait to use this one in the summer. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but again, I can't wait to wear this one in the gym. I guess I only go out to the gym. I need to get a life, bro. But from the first impressions, I gotta say, this is my current favorite one. Like I said, we'll see how the others develop throughout the days, throughout the months. But right now, from this video, from the first sniffs, Coach Green is the best. So yeah, from the 5 colognes that I bought, I gotta say Coach Green is the best one. It impressed me right off the bat, first impressions. But I will have to see throughout the sprays which one performs the best, which one's more versatile, which one I like the most, which one my girl likes the most. It's a lot of different variables that contribute to the rating of a cologne. But right now, Coach Green is gonna beat the rest right now. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this unboxing, review, first impressions. Like I said, thank you for 100 subscribers. Stay tuned, we're just getting started. My fragrance collection is just gonna grow bigger and bigger. I'm gonna have better recommendations for you guys, and I can't wait to keep uploading videos. I love uploading videos. Thank you for watching, and yeah, just smell better.